Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And as you can see, I've already unboxed Insta360 X4. And in today's video, we're going to do a number of different things. We're going to go ahead and take a look up close and personal with the Insta360 camera itself. Take a look at what all comes with it, power it on, put on the lens guards, sync it to my phone, and I'm going to talk about really my use case scenario for this camera. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So first, here's everything that comes with the Insta360, brand new out of the box. We've got a case, lens guard, warranty card, safety guides, instruction manual, of course, the nice Insta360 stickers, cleaning cloth, USB cable, the camera itself, and the actual thermal grip cover itself. So that is all that comes with it in the box. Now let's go and take a look at the box itself. Here's what the front looks like. Insta360 X4, 8K 360 camera. The side, it gives you all the features. This video, by the way, is not going to be all the technical stuff. You guys can go find all that on Insta360's website. But I just want to show you what the box actually looks like and how it is all highlighted for you. And that is the back. So now that we all know what all comes with the actual camera itself, I'm going to take some of these things and put it aside, since we will not be needing all of these right now. But here's the camera itself. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. Here's the front of it with the 2.5-inch LED display. And we're gonna go ahead and take those stickers off in just a minute here. Here's the side of it. You've got your battery component, USB Type-C connection there. Here's the back, the nice rugged Insta360 X4 in the middle there. And then back to, I guess, this side. And back to the front. So let's go ahead and peel off the stickers here. I'm gonna try to show this as much as I can so you guys can also hear it. Oh, that is always satisfying. Always enjoy doing that with newer products. One lens, second lens, and then the side stickers. We gotta get these off. And that's it. Got them all off. All right, let me go ahead and put this aside. Let's go ahead and put the lens covers on. For those of you that might be new to the Insta360, the X3 actually had lens guards that you can buy, but they were the sticky kinds. With the X4, they've upgraded to where you actually use these grooves and actually put it on and twist it on. So here are what the lens guard looks like when they come in the box. This is how they demonstrate it for you. And again, I've actually never owned the X3. I have seen it, I've seen other people use it. I personally have never used it. And I'll tell you, we'll get into the use case scenario here in a minute as to why I bought this camera. But let's go ahead and take out these lens covers. Here's what they look like. These are the standard ones. You can buy a more of a premium lens covers from Insta360, but these are just the standard ones. So let's see how we're gonna put these on. I guess you just put them on here. Twist it, and they go on. I think I did it the right way. Just like that. Let me go into the second one so you guys can get a better look at it. Now, if you do decide to use these, you do have to go into the settings and turn it on to notify the camera that you are using the lens guards. And there you go. It should click in place like that. So it does add a little bit more, I guess, depth to it because it does stick out a little bit. But this will obviously protect the actual lens itself. I guess one thing to be mindful of, and actually you can probably see it here, there's a little bit of a dust particle inside this right now. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to show it overhead. But you want to make sure there's nothing in here at all, otherwise it can get picked up. It's too tiny to show. I don't know if you guys can see that or not on the camera, but there's a white little dot right there. So I'm gonna use the cloth and get that out to make sure there's no fingerprints on the inside. There's nothing inside at all. And I'm gonna put it back on. And clean this lens as well. There you go. Now it's nice and clean. Okay, let me put this aside. Now that we've got that on, let's go ahead and power it on and sync it up to my phone. Let me grab that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the power button here and let it come on. It's gonna go ahead and go through the menu here. So we're gonna do English, yes, next. Please download the Insta360 app, as it's showing us here. So for those of you that might have a previous camera or the app already on there, make sure you go on and actually update it, because they did update it for the X4 support. So the update is needed for the camera to connect. All right. It says multiple devices found. I'm gonna click on check. 1R, no, I don't wanna do 1R, oops. Here's the X4. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the X4. New firmware found. I love it how you have to update a brand new device out of the box. It says 213 megabytes. I don't know if my overhead camera can see that, but there it is right there. Version 1.06, 213 megabytes. So let's go ahead and start downloading new firmware. That was pretty quick actually. Reconnect to previous device, connected. The first connection must be confirmed on the device, okay? How do I do that? Connection failed. Okay, let's try it again. Confirm, there we go. Connecting to Bluetooth. Join the network. New firmware ready. Uploading firmware device files to device. Okay, now downloaded. Now it's sending it to the actual camera. Receiving firmware. So I'm gonna let it go ahead and do that. Checking firmware. Updating firmware. It's actually moving pretty quick. That's impressive. For it to be, says approximately 1 minute remaining. Okay, camera will automatically restart after the update. Sounds good. Update successful. Camera will auto restart to complete setup. Restart in 2, 3, 1. I mean 3, 2, 1. Restarting. Update successful. Please reconnect. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. I don't know why it's saying connection failed, even though I just confirmed connection. Confirm, join. So I did that the first time again, did it again the second time, but each time I do the second time it works. That's kind of odd. Activate device, yes, activate. Lens guard says please rotate clockwise. Okay, basically it's telling us how to get through the menu and select which lens guard we have. After installation, removing lens guard, please make sure to turn off on connection lens guard, clean lens guards, please keep the lens guard clean, dirty or worn guards may affect image quality. Got it. All right, so right now it is connected to my phone. Let's go ahead and, so there's an auto one on here, as you can see, for lens guard mode. So there's auto, standard lens guard, premium lens guard, no lens guard. So I'm gonna do, I guess, when using lens guard, please select the correct mode before using the camera. 360 files can adjust again in an app. Okay, so I guess I'll leave it on auto, or I do have the standard lens guard and I do plan on using it. So let me just go ahead and click on the standard lens guard, go back, and we are in the menu itself. Slide left from the edge screen for shooting parameters. So that is a shortcut you can use, and swipe up to pick which resolution and what frame rate. Swipe right to access your album, and then it says slide any direction to adjust previewing angle. So basically you can look at what is happening. So I don't have the memory card in here right now, so that's why that red there, but that is powered on. And oh man, you guys get to see my dirty room. Okay, I'll have to blur that out. So it's powered on and good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and power this off for a second. App disconnected, and it is off. I turn this back on. Tap here to switch shooting modes. I'm gonna reconnect here just to see what it looks like. X4, searching, connect, join, and as you can see, it's connecting through Wi-Fi. So if I now click on the actual icon there, I can get into my so with this lens guard on, as you can see, as I move up and down, there's like a little spear type of thing here happening. So this is a stitch line, which is going to make it look weird. But holding it like this, if I just go up and down, I don't know, I'll have to test it more in the field to see how the lens guard actually affects the quality or whatnot. But we'll leave it at that for now. All right, let's talk about why I bought this camera and my use case for it itself. So first of all, I am not one of those people So the main reason I bought this camera was because it obviously shoots in 360 all the way around. The funny thing is, I actually almost bought the X3 literally just about a month ago. And I knew this was gonna get released sometime this year. I just didn't know when. There were rumors about it being released early on, as well as sometime in the year. And I was just itching to just get a 360 camera because when I use my, actually let me show you this real quick. So I don't actually have the GoPro 11 with me right now, but these are all the GoPros that I have. I've got 8, 9, I've got the original Osmo Action from DJI, and then the Insta360, the original one, the 1R that they used to have. So I was waiting for the new one to come out because I wanted the best quality possible. And the reason is when I'm using the GoPro, whatever I am shooting for is what I have to frame for. With this, because it records 360, it doesn't really matter which way I point it, it's gonna record everything around me. So when I've got the GoPro and I'm pointing it this way, well, whatever it's gonna record in that frame, it's gonna record. And there's a number of times where, as you guys know, if you follow me, the videos that I do with my Teslas and tech, some of the times I mess up and that item that I'm unboxing or I'm showing out in the field isn't exactly in the frame. And so I have to go back multiple times and re-record. It's a waste of my time. I could be using that time for something else with family or whatever. But it's really frustrating because when you go through it yourself, you think you got it in frame, but you really don't. And so it makes me re-record and redo things over and over again, Whereas with this, if I've got it pointed in one direction, it doesn't matter if it's in frame or not, because it's going to record everything around me in 360. And in post, I can go back and make sure that I've got whatever I want to show in frame at all times. So this was the reason why I wanted to get the Insta360 X4. Now, one thing between the X3 and the X4, keep in mind, this goes up to 8K, whereas the previous one did not. And because there's recording all in 360, if you're only gonna cut out one single frame of it, it brings that quality down a little bit more. So having the X3 would not be as high quality. It would still export in 1080p, whereas with my Sony camera, I do it in 4K. The GoPro I do in 4K, so I wanted to make sure I get the new one. That way I can shoot at a higher rate and still export at a higher than 1080p quality. Hopefully that makes sense to you, but that is my case for using this camera. Obviously it's made for action camera, and I'm pretty sure this is probably the best one out in the market right now. I mean, I know it's the best one out in the market right now, and I will have to, I can't promise you I'm gonna go skydiving or do anything crazy like that, but I might use this camera out in the field with my kids, at the pool, just normal things that a normal human being would do, not anything extreme. So I will test it out in that sense. But again, my primary use is going to be making videos, especially doing Tesla drives and, you know, testing things like that. So stay tuned for that. If you are interested in those type of videos, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. But that is my, again, use case for this camera itself. Now, let me go ahead and put this aside, and I'm gonna go ahead and do one last thing, which is go ahead and unbox the selfie stick that comes. Actually, I shouldn't say that comes with it, because it doesn't. I did purchase this separately, but there are a couple different selfie sticks out there. I'll go ahead and link a few down there that are directly from Insta360. I'm not sure why they sent this to me in a separate box, but they did. So this one, it's a big box for a little selfie stick. This one is Invisible Selfie Stick plus tripod. They do have the normal one, which actually I have from the previous camera, which is just this normal 360 selfie stick, which comes out and extends just like that. So I do have this from other camera that I just showed you, but this one is a fold out tripod as well as a 1.5 meter expendable selfie stick. So let me go ahead and take this out of the box. That is all that comes with it, I think. I lied. Instructions. Intended use. Cool. So this one is a little bit more beefier than the other selfie stick, as you can see. Definitely a lot bigger. But it's also because it's got this push button in the bottom here that expands into a tripod, or, you know, you can hold like that. So if you want to close this, I guess you just kind of push this in while holding this, and as you can see, that closes it. It will not open unless you press that button in the middle here. So you press and push down, and it will expand just like that. This also does come out, so I don't know if my camera can capture all that, but this is how tall this is. So if you're gonna close like this, this is how long this selfie stick or invisible stick is. This would come in handy if you're going to use this camera, obviously putting it down on the ground somewhere, but also this can be used as a webcam. So you just basically screw this on just like this. So for those of us that still do a lot of Zoom calls and such, or conferencing, you can literally use this and use this to conference. So that is what it looks like. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I promise I will post some field test videos with this camera, as well as of course use it in my future videos. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.